Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Jeff, and today we are going to have some fun playing Magic. And the fun thing that we are trying to do today is we are playing a deck called Freyalise Fling, all built around some, well, just super fun cards here. So we don't actually have Fling, instead we have Thud. So Thud for 1 red mana is a sorcery spell that has an additional cost, so you sacrifice a creature, then Thud deals damage equal to the sacrificed creature's power to any target. So it can do planeswalker, creature, player. And so our goal with this deck is to sacrifice some big creatures like a massive Shanna, because we're playing tons of tokens, a Palladia-Mors, and just fling them in. So the other part of this deck, of course, is Freyalise. So we're trying to gain a ton of mana with all of the tokens that we're generating here. And hopefully as we swing in, so on the third capability here, you can put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Those creatures gain vigilance and trample and indestructible until end of turn. So we can swing in for quite a bit of damage, and then hopefully, fling in for the last couple of bits of damage here with a Shanna, with something. Hopefully a Palladia-Mors, which I have just found is so useful in this deck. And part of the way that we can get our creatures big enough to actually fling them in for enough damage is with Bounty of Might. So if we get to a point where we can swing in with a bunch of creatures, we have enough mana. What really needs to happen, because Song of Freyalise, they actually don't keep the until the end of turn, creatures gain tap 1 of any mana of any color. So a lot of times we actually want to prefer to play another Song of Freyalise on the turn we're swinging in on the third trigger if we can, and then we Bounty of Might. Make a creature a 10/10 or a 12/12, something like that, some big number. We swing in, whichever one gets through, we put Bounty of Might onto it, and then we fling in for the last points of damage. So we should be able to close out the game no matter what with a Bounty of Might and a Thud. So that's kind of the dream, is what we're trying to do, is we're swinging in with enough creatures with Song of Freyalise that one thing is going to get through. We play Bounty of Might on it, and then we Thud in. Everything else in here is just kind of make that dream happen, as well as just some other things that we can do so we don't have to rely on that, because it's kind of a hard combo to pull off with how much mana that is. But that is the goal of this deck. So I hope you guys enjoy this one, because this is so fun to play. And let's go ahead and get into the gameplay here. All right, so that's how I do my intro. I usually don't do I only take one take with my intro pretty much every time, but I just started doing it, and I don't know, it's fun. So I'm not sure if it annoys you guys. I know I had one person say that he absolutely hates my intro, and so sorry if it annoys you guys. But anyway, here we are in Arena Standard, playing against Karubs, and Saproling Migration is great. So that's all we've got here. That is what we're trying to do on turn 2, though. So we're going to go ahead and keep this. Hopefully draw into a Song of Freyalise, other land, or anything else in our deck, and then we should be okay at that point. All right, Sacred Foundry is great. Play that, pass the turn. Opting. All right. So we'll see how we do against the Izzets deck. Is this going to be like the Phoenix, or are we just doing Crackling Drakes, or Burn? This might be Wizards. Oh, that'd be pretty fun. Alright, so Forest and Saproling Migration. And pass the turn. Yep, swinging in, so we are going to block here. I'm okay trading off with a Pyromancer, especially against a burn deck. Alright, Chart a Course, yep. Let's see if they discard a Phoenix. Oh wait, they don't discard because they swung in. Alright, so Emmara is good. So we're actually going to start filling the board here a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and play the... I was thinking Conclave Tribunal, but they don't have anything, so that's kind of useless. So let's go ahead and Shanna this turn. That way we can swing in with a bigger Shanna next turn. They might have a Shock, so it's not very well protected. Yeah, so they Shock, that's fine. And we swing in, pass the turn. So Saproling Migration might have been better there altogether. We Dragonauts. Alrighty. Temple Garden. Alright, so what we're going to do is, let's see here. So if we can play all of these creatures, we can also Conclave Tribunal as well. So let's do that. So we're going to go ahead, pay the 2 life, play Emmara, play Saproling Migration, and Conclave Tribunal. Get another creature, and take out the Wee Dragonauts, pass the turn. And this is looking pretty good so far. I mean, I don't think they have board wipes, and well, they're not showing white yet, so no defining, deafening Clarion. Opting here, probably for land. Scries to the top, that's not good. Maybe Lightning Strike for the Emmara. Shock. Alright. So filling the graveyard. We'll see what else they've got. And we just keep drawing lands. And both of our Thuds, which is fun, but we have 1 power creatures, which is not good. And we'll pass the turn. Alrighty. So how are you guys doing today? I forget kind of that I'm streaming because this is still just my same setup as normal, but yeah, how's everything going? Been a good Saturday for you. All right, so Temple Garden. Let's see here. Yeah, we're just gonna pass the turn. Kind of seems silly. We can still get in for 3 points of damage. They're going to be swinging in next turn. So maybe we go ahead and act like we have something here. And heal block. Yep, so that's fine. The one reason why I kind of wanted to keep the lifelinker is if we draw into a Bounty of Might. I meant to play that as well. Oh well. If we draw into a Bounty of Might, then we can finish out the game that way. Yep, swinging in. So let's see how much damage they can do here with this guy. Hopefully not an insane amount. So Wizard's Lightning, yep, 15, down to 12. Okay. Chart a course. Oh yeah, 1 damage Thud is definitely the way to go. Like, that's the plan of the deck, obviously. So, Temple Garden tapped. And we'll swing in for 3. Oh yeah. And then Emmara. We'll see if it gets countered here. Nope, it survives for a turn. And yeah, we'll pass the turn. Alrighty. So, I mean, Chart a Course might have drew them into just a couple more Wizard's Lightnings. Ooh, Adeliz is terrible. I don't think that they can kill us here, but that's not helping. Oh, man. Yep. That's bad. Oh, well, how about that? A Bounty of Might. So we're going to swing in. And Bounty of Might on 1, 2, and 3. And so... Yes! Oh, my goodness. Oh, that I don't know why people aren't playing the Bounty of Might. Like, I understand there's some downfalls to it, but like, it's 9 damage for 6 mana, and there's a lot of ways to create mana to ramp right now, and so I don't know. I think it's super fun. Oh man, that's awesome. All right, yep, getting our rewards. All right, yeah, here we go again. Oh man, I love janky decks like this. Where like for me, my favorite deck before the rotation was Red Green Pummeler, because I love to just swing in for like massive amounts of damage and just do super fun stuff. And yeah, it's working out for us so far. All right, so this is a decent hand. March of Multitudes. Hopefully, we'll get bigger. And I think we only have pretty decent draws here besides, like, more land. We're fine with a red source. Opponent is choosing still. So the only things I don't have yet with this is like if you guys subscribe, if there's donations, if there's anything like that. I don't think I have anything set up yet for this, but hopefully at some point we get it. And I should even have the chat box on my screen like right here. I have everything set up. I thought to have that be done, so hopefully I can find some stuff that'll work out. Pride of Conquerors is better than Bounty of Might. Yeah, I can definitely see that. Yeah, it's cheaper, and it gets probably the same amount of damage if you have a wide enough board. So that definitely makes sense. At the same time, Bounty of Might does more if you only keep one creature on the board or anything like that, which a lot of times does happen. So yeah, Forest and Saproling Migration. And pass the turn. And is this like Grixis control type of stuff? I'm guessing they can take any number of things here. Maybe the Conclave Tribunal. Possibly March of the Multitudes. Yeah, March goes away. My initial build of this didn't even run the March of the Multitudes, but I feel like that wasn't very smart. So, yeah, definitely had to make that happen. Alright, so Spybug getting bigger. Whisper Agent. Alright. Tendershoot Dryad. Interesting. So that can be pretty good eventually. So Sunpetal Groves. And this way we can Conclave Tribunal. So let's... What's better here, to take the Spybug or Lazav? I think the Spybug, there's nothing in the graveyard that's so dangerous yet. And Spybug is going to be getting bigger. Maybe we can wait on it though. So let's go ahead and Saproling Migration. And then Conclave Tribunal. They already know we have it. So we're going to go now. Oops. Tapping down the Summoning Sick ones. Not that it really matters. I'm not swinging in against that guy. We'll get the Spybug. I think it can get bigger than Lazav here. Lazav might be able to switch into something big, and hopefully we'll find an answer by that time. But we have chump blockers like crazy, so flying is probably like the worst thing for us, unless we get a Shalai. Let's see if they have a Ritual of Soot in this deck. Let's go ahead and play Temple Gardens tapped, and we'll just pass the turn. Yep, pass the turn. Memorial to Glory can be useful, filling up the board a little bit more, help us gain some life. Oh wait, those guys actually don't gain life. It's just 2 white soldiers, right? Yeah, Spybug, yeah, that's what my thoughts are too. Spybug, I mean, Lazav can become anything. Like that's, I think there's a lot of fun things you can do with Lazav, but it's seeming like this is more based around the Spybug here, especially if they're running Whisper Agents. So yeah. And opponent passing the turn, so maybe another Chemist's Insight, possibly some control here. Which, I mean, we have to go Tendershoot Dryad. I feel like they're holding up a Sinister Sabotage, but I mean, we can swing in for so much here if it resolves. Let it resolve, give us the City's Blessing, swing in for a ton. Yep, all-out attack. We are looking for a red mana here, so we can Thud in. Maybe the last couple points of damage. Chemist's Insight. Yup. So that's 2 in the graveyard. Alrighty. Down to 8. Not too shabby. Creating more guys. Yup. Oh man, it's so fun. And so actually, if they have an answer for the Tendershoot Dryad here, Ritual of Soot is probably their best thing they can do, but if they answer the Tendershoot Dryad, we can swing in. I guess, yeah, we don't quite have enough yet. I was thinking if they were still 3s, but they wouldn't be. Alright, what else you got here? Thought Erasure, taking our Thud. and surveilling. I mean, I guess Thud we didn't even have the mana for either. So let us draw anything other than land here, and I think we're okay. As long as, let's see if they have removal. Yep, creating more Saprolings. We can create some, alright, so there we go, red mana. So go to combat, and we will be swinging in with everything except Tendershoot. And yep, opponent scoops it up. Alright, perfect. Tendershoot Dryad is just so powerful. Especially if you're creating Saprolings. Oh man, it's so good. Alrighty, so here we are again. Getting some more stuff. So this actually works pretty well. Hopefully we can play a few more red spells to get to our stuff here. But yeah, here we go. Let's see how many people we've got now. 3 viewers, that's right. So I totally know that like we have to rebuild again here on Twitch. And this is why I was actually looking at, I was thinking of streaming on YouTube instead of Twitch, because I actually have a following there. Like if I post something, people will know that I posted stuff. Where you don't have that, I will keep this. Where you don't have that on with some of the other, or so I don't have that on this yet. So this is actually a really interesting land setting here. So we won't be able to get to our 3 mana with this. We can play Memorial to Glory, but then we won't be able to have a turn 2 Saproling Migration. So do we want a turn 3 History of Benalia or a turn 2 Saproling Migration? That's the question. And I'm thinking that we just go Memorial to Glory here. Yeah, if I could do both, I mean, so that's what I'm doing with this, is that I'll be recording and then sending out stuff, like putting it onto YouTube, and so that's what people on the Patreon chose as well. So let's go, yeah, Sacred Foundry tapped, and pass the turn. So this way we can get the History of Benalia, maybe actually kick a Saproling Migration eventually would be fun. Because we might have to use some stuff here. This is looking like burn, which Shalai will be fantastic for. So Sunpetal Grove, History of Benalia. Looking for land number 4 next turn. I think we really, really need that here. Alright, yeah, we will block the Fanatical Firebrand. I'm guessing that they're going to shock or something. And that's fine. Getting in for 2. Chain Whirler, that would also happen. So, land for Shalai. Alright, that's not what we're looking for there. So, we can Saproling Migration and then Tribunal the Chain Whirler. We can't do that with Emmara right now. I think that that's probably our best thing here. The problem is that then we're tapped down, so hasty creatures still get in. They're still going to be able to get in with the Pyromancer. And so I think that we still do that. Let's go ahead and do it. So Saproling Migration, Tribunal, on the Chain Whirler, and pass the turn. And we'll shock the Knight. Yep, okay, so History of Benalia useless now. Taking 2 down to 11. Land? It's kind of a land. It's almost a land. I think that we actually get Emmara out first, so that we can use... I mean, we want to get the Song of Freyalise to its 3rd trigger earlier. But Emmara will just help that out so much. So that, I don't know, that's kind of an interesting one. Yep, let it resolve. There we go. And yeah, I don't know. Hey, Conjurist, thank you so much for following. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, no worries. People, it's okay if people aren't active talkers here. That's totally fine. I'm not either. Let's go Emmara, I think here. Yeah, Emmara and opponent here is taking his time. We'll probably swing in with one Saproling so that we can trade off with the Pyromancer. Wizard's Lightning right away. Yep, that's bad. We'll swing in with one. I mean, Song of Freyalise kind of loses its value here. And this is, oh man, Experimental Frenzy. I probably should throw in a Knight of Autumn. Like, it's sideboard, probably we would be running Knight of Autumns for stuff like that. Also just to gain life against this deck. Like, this would be perfect for that. Ooh, Palladia-Mors. Alright, so if we Emmara here, Song of Freyalise, we have to keep it alive, though. Song of Freyalise lets us play Shalai next turn for sure, which I feel like is just a fantastic card against this deck. If they have another Chain Whirler, though, then we lose that as well. So let's go Emmara. Oh, man, yeah, let's go Emmara here. And really, we're just hoping for land still. Yep, no attackers. Pass the turn. Probably should have swung in with both of them there. I guess that's not bad. Goblin Instigator. Alright. Gets one card. Alright, perfect. That's good. Alright, so Song of Freyalise. Into Shalai. Perfect. That helps out so much. Alright, and pass the turn. And so I'm sure they have like lava coils or something that can hit the Shalai here. Or double shock. So this is off the top. So we'll see if they have anything else. Pyromancer. Can't target us. So he has to target himself actually here. So bringing himself down to 17. Yep, there we go. Fanatical Firebrand can also hit Shalai. And, oh my goodness, they pulled it off. Oh, that's ridiculous. Alright, we are going to block the Pyromancer here. We have enough for Palladia-Mors next turn. Yeah, so block the Pyromancer. Gain some life. Taking a lot, though. Down to 7. Land is good. Land is great. We could almost Bounty of Might. Yeah, so Palladia-Mors. And this one I think we actually have to tap manually here. So tapping, adding red mana. Yep, resolve. Alright, now play Palladia-Mors. And no attackers. And so next turn, the Song of Freyalise should help out quite a bit here. Let's see if they just run into burn, 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 though. That would just be... yeah, that's annoying if they do that. Oh my goodness. And they've got us. Risk factor. Yeah, decline. You can draw the cards that you can't use. That's totally fine. And Lava Runner, and that's game. That is game. Oh my goodness. I mean, we'll try it out here. Block, block, and gain some life. Taking 3. And that's Xaxes, actually. Oh my goodness. That was amazing drawing off of the Frenzy there. Hey Carlos, how's it going? And this is Chimeras. Awesome. Man, I'm so excited to be getting more people here. So yeah, we're up to 5 viewers. Yeah. So I mean, on YouTube, because I am going to be posting this. If you're on YouTube watching this, check us out on Twitch as well. I'll be doing a lot more streams, it looks like, because this is working out pretty well. And this is fun, just to be able to play. And I'm not limited to an amount of time on this either. Like, we can play as many games as we want. Build up some decks. We actually, maybe we'll try out Pauper after this as well, because that's now a thing here. This isn't bad. We wish we could play this turn 1, but we're going to keep it. we have a way to ramp into bigger stuff, and pretty much any of our draws should be good here. So Forest, pass the turn. Hunted Witness. Alrighty. March of the Multitudes. Hopefully that'll work out for us pretty well. So Legion landing first. Yep, pass the turn. If they swing in, we'll definitely take the 1. We need to keep our creatures for Song of Freyalise. Land. Alright, so Shanna we will play first here. Song of Freyalise gets better with more creatures. And no attackers, pass the turn. We'll see if they have like a Conclave Tribunal, if they draw into something here. Land. Man, I'm running 23 lands in this deck, or actually I think it's 22 because I added the 2 Llanowar Elves, so maybe a little bit low for what we're trying to do with this deck. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Conclave Tribunal. Taking the Legion's Landing, actually. Alright. So Song of Freyalise. Tilonalli Summoner. And pass the turn. And so that is a great way to be building up our board, is with Tilonalli Summoner. That's kind of the main reason I wanted it, is we can just build a massive board with it. And it's another win condition with Song of Freyalise as well. If we get them low enough already, we can swing in and hopefully do quite a bit. Spore Swarm. Yep. Alright, so that does make it harder to do everything here. But Tendershoot Dryad next turn will be, yeah, pretty awesome. Shalai as well. Let's go Tendershoot Dryad. Getting us to our trigger here to... Yeah, this should be pretty good. Unfortunately, Tilonalli Summoner really doesn't do a ton with that. I think what we'll do is we'll probably next turn, if we don't draw into red source, we will Song of Freyalise, create a ton of creatures with Summoner with our creatures. Saproling Migration. Alright, they're building wide here too. Or we could swing in and just march the Multitudes at the end of turn. I guess that's better. Oh, Conclave Tribunal. Taking the Tendershoot Dryad. Oh, man. Okay. So, new plan. Try to find a Conclave Tribunal. Get back our Tendershoot Dryad. But yeah, we're going to swing in here. No blockers. We're fine with that. Alright, so Sunpetal Groves. That's pretty good. Alright, so Sunpetal Groves. So, Shanna gets a lot bigger here. So we could Song of Freyalise, swing in. We can't Thud without the Song of Freyalise. We can March of the Multitudes as we swing in and make Shanna even bigger as well. So let's do that. So go to combat, attack in. Yeah, so we're going to decline it. I really want to make Tilonalli Summoner work at some point. It's just so fun. And are they letting it all through? I'm guessing they block someone with the lifelinker here. I mean, I would block the Shanna. I think Shanna's gotten a lot better because of March of the Multitudes. I still don't think you can play a full deck around it because there's a lot of bad things that can happen. Alright, letting it through. So we are going to March of the Multitudes. X4. Tapping down our creatures here. Making her a little bit bigger. Bring him down to 5. Gaining some life back as well. And we'll see. If they have a Tendershoot Dryad, this could be kind of bad. But I think that we're still okay. And we can Thud in next turn. So Song of Freyalise and then Thud. Just to make sure we actually get the Fling in here. So don't scoop, though. Don't scoop. Yeah, March of Multitude with Shanna I think is actually pretty fun. Ooh. World Colossus. That's large. I mean, they don't have enough blockers to stop us now. But, so, Song of Freyalise. And Thud in with, so target creature, or target player first, and then sacrifice. I feel like they do a really weird order on that. I feel like you would sacrifice your creature first, and then target who you want to kill with it. But there we go. We flung in with our Freyalise Fling, and yes, we made it happen. Oh, that's so fun. I love playing decks like this. It is so much fun. Alright, so if you guys want to participate in choosing which deck I'm actually playing here on live streams, I'm going to be having all of that through Patreon. Maybe with YouTube as well, but I'm going to start doing a lot more polls with that. It helps me out right now. I just barely moved from full-time. So what I was doing beforehand, I was doing a full-time job. I was working like doing lights and sound for an auditorium, for a high school auditorium, doing social media marketing on the side for a business, and then also doing this. So 4 jobs all at once. It was a lot. And it kind of killing me a little bit. Oh, that's kind of bad too. So what I did though is I just went part-time with my main job because I've been starting to make enough money with everything else. But if you guys can help out with Patreon, it is so helpful. So it's patreon.com/MTGJeff or KomokazeJeff. Yeah, so I think it's MTG Jeff on there. But yeah, I would definitely appreciate. Shanna is something that's good. It's nothing else that we want here, though. I think we have to keep this, though, and just hope for better draws. Yeah, let's keep it. Joseph or Broseph, you're doing the Izani Helm of the Host deck. That would be really fun. Helm of the Host is one thing I've not been doing. Song of Freyalise is good, but not great with Shanna. We'll keep it on top, though. That's what we're looking for. Probably should be putting that to the bottom, though. Looking for more creature creation here. I do need to get some card draw in here. Probably Dawn of Hope would be pretty good, because I do have enough lifelink in here that it could be useful, but I don't know. Alright, Isolated Chapel. Song of Freyalise, yep, so a measly little 1/1 Shanna. Yay. Yeah, honestly, I think the next deck that I have to build right now is Helm of the Host. I haven't built a Helm of the Host deck yet in this new set. Like, I've used it one time, but I don't think I got it into anything. So, honestly, the deck I've been looking at is... History of Benalia is pretty good there. That's, yeah, not bad at all. Syncopates, yeah, that's fine. Swinging in with the measly 1/1 again. I want to do a quasi-duplicate with a Helm of the Host deck, just like creating tons of extra people. That I think would just be lots of fun. So, Sacred Foundry tapped, drawing into all of our land, unfortunately. We'll Song of Freyalise here to at least get to the end trigger. I don't think that's a very useful one. I don't know. I'm not sure if you should be waiting for Song of Freyalise till you actually have more creatures. I feel like with our deck we can build enough stuff up that hopefully we can get to where we can have enough creatures for the 3rd trigger to be useful. But yeah, Helm of the Host and a quasi-duplicate would be awesome. I do have a Vampire deck coming soon, a Esper Vampire deck that's super fun. That's interesting. Didn't get targeted there. I don't know why. So Clifftop Retreat. And unfortunately we can't use the ability here and swing in, so we're going to pass the turn. And we're in really bad shape. We really need to draw into something better here. Beam Splitter, Quasi Duplicate. Ooh, that would be really fun. That would be really fun. There's also the what is it? The self-duplicator foundry type of thing, which I think could be a pretty fun deck as well. Like where you can just actually create tons of those. Can Shanna not be targeted? I'm not seeing it on her abilities right there. Oh, that's cool though. Oh, can't be the target of abilities your opponents control. All right, abilities. It's used so seldomly that I forget about it. But yeah, I guess that misses out on Seal Away and Conclave Tribunal. So that's pretty good. All right, end combat. Go to my turn. And let's just... So we could go in for a swing with Bounty of Might, but I think that History of Benalia is going to be better here. Now we can actually swing in safely here. Yeah, so that was a pretty great draw. We're looking to kick like a Saproling Migration next turn, or to swing in with Bounty of Might. I want to do that with the end trigger here as well. That would be awesome. Alrighty. Yep, bringing him down to 15. Doom Whisperer. That's big. We'll see if they go surveilling here. So we could use Bounty of Might and clear up their board this next turn. Because I'm guessing if they block, we can use it on both of them here. So that's another reason why I actually like this Bounty of Might. It's pretty good. I agree that Pride of the Conquerors is better for a token deck, but like this is great in moments like this when you have one or two creatures. Yeah, I could bait the block and get it in. I'm kind of wanting to actually hit them though. Like that's the other thing. So I guess Saproling Migration makes Shanna big enough to swing in here. So we could just do that and save the Bounty of Might for the next turn when we can swing in with everything. So I think we're going to do that here. So Saproling Migration with Kicker. See if they have a Spell Pierce. And swing in with the Shanna. And I guess I could double block. They are going to block and block. Alright. So killing their Doom Whisperer. And then next turn, Bounty of Might for just a bajillion. Alrighty. So they do have enough mana for the Dream Whisperer now, or the Dream Eater. Ooh, or a Cleansing Nova. That's bad. Palladia-Mors. Let's see if they counter. That is helpful. So this does also have Trample. It's a Tulpa. That's annoying. Who plays a Tulpa? Like, what is this deck? This is very interesting. I mean, I guess a Tulpa with Destruction is pretty great. So we could swing in. It's not going to do much, though. Like, we're not going to kill him here. So let's go History of Benalia, take a swing, hope that they don't destroy everything again. And yeah, no attackers. Oh, man. This is a pretty awesome deck. It's a Tulpa with, what else is here? Hostage Taker, Doom Whisperer. This might be like a Helm of the Host deck. Ops for something here. So no Cleansing Nova. That's useful. Maybe a Settle the Wreckage. Yep, no blockers. Taking 8. And it does have Vigilance here. Emmara. So, oh man. How much damage can we do this turn? I'm worried about the Settle the Wreckage. Yeah, this deck is insane. I really don't know what to do with this. I mean, Bounty of Might lets us swing in, but then we lose the Hexproof with Palladia-Mors. Next turn, we can do some cool stuff as well. We might just have to survive and play Emmara here as well. Swing in, and then we have 3 people to put stuff on. Let's go ahead and swing in for it. So we're gonna go to combat and swing in. We have Vigilance, Hexproof, and Trample. No Settle the Wreckage yet, so Bounty of Might. And we're going to put them all here, well, at least one here to save him. And he does have Trample, so that will get 1 point of damage through. And then I guess the other one's here. I guess this might have been better in case they have like a bounce spell. Or something to kill here. So Sinister Sabotage, yep. So that does, that's bad, yep. Hey Crenshaw, how's it going? Yeah, I'm super excited to have my first stream here. I do have Conclave Tribunal that will take care of Zetalpa. So hopefully we can play like Emmara into Conclave Tribunal, that might work. But I mean, you don't typically see a Zetalpa, like that's kind of a game-ending card. And so... yeah, so let's hope for Conclave Tribunal. Nope. Yep, so I think that's game. Yep, that's a game. We'll play it out. Because we're on live stream here, I'm okay to kind of play it out. Well, actually, let me know what you guys think. Do you guys prefer actually just conceding or playing games through Emmara? And we'll just play the Forest and probably scoop there. Yeah, he even has a counter for this. Oh, man. This is fun. I mean, I guess if you're playing Control and you need a finisher, and you're playing a lot of stuff anyway, yeah, so that's pretty awesome. That's a great... That's a great finisher. That's super fun. If I played Control, I might have to try that out. I don't like playing Control. Maybe Ramp. I do actually have a Dino Ramp deck coming in, as well as like a Thran Temporal Gateway deck with Jishath or whatever. So you can get him down on turn 5, swing in and fill your board with 7 other dinosaurs, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Oh yeah, the land is definitely better than the Conclave right there. That's exactly what we were looking for. So, this is a hand. We can play Land of War turn 1. This is actually pretty good, so we're going to keep this. Against Burn, it gets a little bit worse. Losing life into them killing my Land of War that we're using for. We're still going to do it, though. Yep. Dysfunctional Joey we're up against here. So yeah, I should be having my chat box right here. I have everything set up to do that, so I don't know why it's not. But yeah. Yeah, no blockers. We're fine taking that, keeping our Land of War here. Man, so much painful mana right now. Clifftop and Summoner. This is pretty ugly. I think Tendershoot Dryad can be pretty useful at some point, but they have tons of removal for that as well. Yeah, no attackers. Mono Red just might be kind of a bad matchup for us with this deck. And we'd probably have to have sideboard for it, just a lot more life gain. I think Shalais are useful. We could probably like throw in like an Ajani's Welcome and Night of Autumns. Wouldn't be too bad. Shock. Yep, Shock's the Tilonalli. It's gonna go swinging in. Killing the Land of War. Yep. Yep. Taking 2 down to 12. This is definitely bad. Yeah, Pummeler, yeah, Thud with Pummeler was just the best thing you could possibly do. So that enters tapped, pass the turn. So Conclave Tribunal is useful, but against a really cheap creature-heavy deck, this is going to be bad. Ugh. Yeah, G2 Lava Runner, swinging in for bunches. And so we're going to have to pay 2 to get rid of something that does 2 damage. Ugh, this is bad. Shanna. Absolutely awful here. I guess that's a way to block, though, right now. Yeah, we can't risk having it ping the life there for that. And I think we have to play Shanna, and then then we can thud the Shanna in at the Pyromancer. No, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and try to block here instead. Oh man, this is terrible. I mean, untapped land into Tendershoot Dryad gives us kind of a shot. Yeah, lightning strikes our face, yep, and so that's good game. Oh man. Yep, had it all. I mean, he played pretty well. He had really everything he wanted, and we didn't fill our board at all, but I think that mono red is one of those decks where you need to have a sideboard for, that we just don't. Alright, here we go again. So what I'm planning with this is I'll probably keep playing this deck a few more times until you guys kind of say that you want to switch to something else, and then maybe we can go build a Pauper deck together, or play some other stuff. Maybe a draft would actually be pretty fun. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys want actually with this. So this is actually fantastic. So we're gonna keep this for sure. Plains Llanowar into Legion's Landing into Saproling Migrations, and then Song of Freyalise. Yeah, that's great. Yeah. Yeah, I do need to build a stream schedule. The problem right now is just that I have a baby right now, and like I'm still trying to figure out the schedule for my life in general. So yeah, Saproling Migration, go and pass the turn. And so that's the biggest issue is I am going to be setting up a stream schedule soon. Life is just insane right now for me. And so here we go. Yeah, Song of Freyalise. Awesome. We could swing in for the flipping the land, but no, I mean, of course we're going to do History of Benalia here. Yep, building up our board for the Song of Freyalise. And we could even do another History of Benalia next turn and just get massive here. Shalai, I think, is really good against their deck. We're in great shape here with all that we've got going on. And hopefully they just keep kind of moving slow here. Double Shock would hurt us quite a bit. Goblin Chain Whirler, that's another thing that hurts quite a bit. Yep. So give us land. Ew. Well, let's go History of Benalia #2, and hopefully land the next time, and then we can just go History of Benalia, History of Benalia. Like, that's never a bad thing to go. 3 History of Benalias in a row is great. Yep, Shocks 1. Building up their guy. Yep, and so Lava Runner's gonna get bigger. This is bad. Ew, man, that is so much damage. And a Pyromancer? Oh my goodness. Yeah. Oh man. I thought we had like an awesome setup here, and then that was just good. Well, we get to create another guy. That's good. And we're gonna swing in. I mean, I can do 5 because we have Vigilance. Yep, so 1 attacker, and can we not play anything right now? Oh man, this is terrible. And that's just game. Yep, Goblin Chain Whirler. Building up the guy. And yeah, so yeah, that's good game here. Here. Oh my goodness. Well, not good against mono red. We've established that. Even with pretty good draws there. I mean, Goblin Chain Whirler is probably the worst card against us, or the best card against us. Yep. Oh man. So Popper sounds pretty good. Yeah, that's what everyone. I think that'll be pretty good. So we'll play here for another like 15 minutes or so you guys get your fill, and then I would actually like to build the Popper deck. That would be pretty fun. Alrighty. I like the land base here. It's not very quick. We have some good draws, and we're on the draw here, so we're gonna keep this. I mean, we have two of our combo pieces here. Shalai is fantastic against pretty much everything, so we're gonna keep this. And we have Shalai turn 4 now. Yep, Sacred Foundry tapped. And yeah, let's see what opponent's doing. So Forest and go Gary something. Druid of the Cowl. Tendershoot Dryad. All of our great stuff to be playing later on. So yeah, we're gonna pass the turn. Song of Freyalise, I don't think is. It's definitely better to play creatures before Song of Freyalise. Yeah, just every time. Guildgate. Alright, so a budget deck version here. Dusk Legion Zealot. Okay. This is interesting. This might be like a free deck that they're playing here. Swinging in for 1. Nope, not swinging in. Okay. Clifftop Retreat. Doing absolutely nothing. All of our big stuff. I mean, so this is always a chance that you run into this with any kind of like ramp deck or whatever, is you just have the big stuff you're trying to ramp into. But oops, sorry, that was pretty loud. But this is fun still. I think that with what they're playing, we're going to have the chance to play the Shalai. Hopefully they don't just Assassin's Trophy it right away. But then Tendershoot Dryad will be good. Swinging for 1. Keeping up the Druid of the Cowl for something here. Vampire Sovereign. Alright, that's not good. Although Shalai does block that. Yep. Alright, so Emmara is pretty good as well. So, Forest and Shalai. And pass the turn. The one thing I like about Convoke over like the Song of Freyalise type of thing is just that you don't have to wait for them to be summoning, get over summoning sickness. Oh man, this is bad. This is bad. Yeah, the time difference is definitely weird. 8 hours time difference. Wow. Yeah. And like I said, I'm in the best place of the world where we believe in. Yeah, let's go Tendershoot Dryad. We're going to be taking some more damage here, but I'm in Arizona where we don't believe in daylight savings time, which I don't know why anyone would. Daylight savings time is just weird. I'm not a fan. But yeah, so we're going to start creating a little bit of a board. Emmara next turn with Song of Freyalise. And hopefully we can maybe play something big as well. with the extra tokens we get here. All right, what you got? Doom Dissenter. Okay. And we need to draw into our Palladia-Mors or another Shalai here to have a chance against the Sovereign. Yep. All right, so tons of damage coming in here. We will block... Let's see, so that's 5, 7. I think we block the Chupacabra here. Or do we... Yeah, let's block 2 points of damage. Taking 5 now. I guess I should have blocked the Druid of the Cowl as well. Or, yeah, I don't know what I was thinking there. Definitely should have blocked here as well. I didn't want them to, like, Nightmare's Thirst, though. Or anything like that. Alright, creating some more creatures here. See what we draw. Another Tendershoot Dryad. So let's Song of Freyalise into Tendershoot Dryad number 2. And can we survive that? We do create quite a few saplings on their turn. So then we're going to be taking 3, but should be fine everywhere else. Oh, I forget that one is Summoning Sick. Ew, that's bad. Let's go Emmara, I guess. I was thinking that wasn't Summoning Sick. There's a punt on my part. Absolutely a punt. Is Song of Freyalise number 2 worthwhile here? Or would it be better to kind of stack them? Yeah, let's pass the turn. We have to have the blockers this time. So we'll probably have to block with the Tendershoot Dryad here on one of these guys. Alright, so they are going to murder. We're going to take off the pass the turn here. Tap for mana. Choosing green. Let it resolve. And... Oh, that's right. It was during that turn, so yeah, pass the turn. I was thinking it was during my second main phase. I really enjoyed the music for MTG Arena. They have some great music here. So yeah, I totally agree, Broseph. All right, what you got here? Oh man, this is bad. All right, so we will block here, block here. Take 4. And block a worm. Does that have trample? Oh my gosh. Tendershoot Dryad again. And yeah, we concede. Oh man. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to go one more game, try to get a win to end this off with, and then we'll go play Pauper. And we'll build a Pauper deck and, and do some fun stuff there. But so one more here, and that should help out. Alrighty. Let's... Ugh, man. These land draws have been interesting. We're on the draw, so we'll keep this. I mean, this is everything that we want in hand. Yep, Leonin Vanguard. That's a good... Actually, that's an uncommon. Memorial to Glory doesn't help us get an untapped land here, so Sunpetal Grove. And we'll probably play that next turn now. And Saproling Migration. Okay, so Llanowar Elves. And Memorial to Glory. Pass the turn. And do they have the third creature? I'm positive they do. Danitha. Yep. Not too shabby. So yeah, looking like just mono white something, mono white good stuff. Sunpetal Groves. And History of Benalia is pretty good. Yeah, let's play the History of Benalia here. And pass the turn. And so we're actually hoping for land into Tendershoot Dryad. I think that... Oh, man. Resplendent Angel's bad. Is it worth trading here? They're going to be gaining 4 life this turn, so not quite enough. But if they get another, then they make an Angel next turn. We'll say no blockers for just March and Multitude, make Shanna bigger. We can kind of stonewall him a little bit this turn. There is 5th mana, so... Oh man, we're losing so much life though. So what we could do here is Emmara and Shanna. And then March of the Multitudes for a couple the next turn. So, do we pay the 2 life here? That's the question. We're going down pretty low. I think we're gonna do it. I think Tendershoot Dryad is just fantastic here. Especially because we have the City's Blessing then. So we're gonna pass the turn. Create a Saproling that now can block their Danitha. Leonin War Leader. Yep. Gonna be getting all sorts of life. So Palladia-Mors is... Actually, we can't even use that. Shalai, I think, is our only chance now. Yep, swinging in with a 1. So X1, is that worth it here? I don't think so. So we're gonna go to my turn. Have the Thud, so we can actually Thud in with these. Oh man, we need the mana. Oh, we don't have it. So Saplings are pretty good here. We're gonna go Shanna, Emmara, go to combat and attack in with these guys here. They can gain some life. Yeah, so taking the damage. And we pass the turn. And so if we can draw into a red source, we can... I think we can be pretty close to winning here. So March of the Multitudes, Saproling Migration, swing in for a bunch, and then Shanna, Thud in with Shanna. They are going to be able to, if they swing in with everything, they can create another Angel here, though. They gain quite a bit of life, too. So, I mean, we have a chance here, but not sure how good of a chance it is. Ugh, 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 ugh. All right, what you doing, opponent? A Johnny's Pride Mate? That's bad. Yeah, they're going to be gaining lots of life here. If we draw a pain land that's red, I'm going to be so frustrated here. I mean, I guess we can gain enough life by blocking with March and Multitudes creatures as well. That is one way that we could do that. So, yep, resolve. We are going to block first, actually. So block here, block here, block here, and block here. And, yeah, so 4 blocks. Gaining life, yep, gaining tons of life. Down to 1. Yep, resolves. Creating another angel. And then we are going to march for the multitude for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. X6. And hopefully they don't have a Silhouette here for Shanna. That wouldn't be fun. Alrighty, so Sunpetal Grove. We could kick the Saproling Migration here as well. So let's go ahead and do that. I mean, I guess they know what we have here, though. So we're all attacking, bringing back the Tendershoot and Emmara. So they have to block here. We're going to be gaining 7 life, which they just can't quite do enough to kill us next turn. So, oh man, this is close. Yeah, we brought back the Tendershoot. So 13 attackers. Yeah, jumping there. Killing all of our Saprolings. Letting everything else through. So we're going to be surviving with 1 life to spare still again. And actually, they lost all their ways to gain life, so they're not going to be getting another Angel. And they kept all of our Lifelinkers alive, so we can keep this up. Shalai. Alright. Yep, swinging in for 4. Bounty of Might. Alright, so here we go. So go to combat and attack with all again. Hold back the Llanowar Elves. Yeah, okay, so... Alright, there we go. We got it again. So we made it work for the last game. We had a losing streak there for quite a while, but made it work, and there we go. That's fun. That's fun. Oh, man. All right, so real quick with the wrap up before we get into Pauper. Yeah, good game, well played. So this deck is super fun. As you can see, there's some fun things you can do with it. I think that it needs some tweaking. I think a little bit more mana. I think 23 is right here. Maybe go down. I'm not sure. I love the Llanowar Elves. I'm not sure what you go down is the hard part. We really need the removal that we have. Honestly, what you probably go down is the Thuds. You probably take out the red entirely. Or maybe not entirely. Keep it for Palladia-Mors, maybe Tilonalli, but take out the Thuds for maybe 2 more Llanowar Elves. Or maybe 1 in the Legion's Landing. Those are great ways to kind of ramp us. With how many creatures we can put down, Legion's Landing, like probably the best play is turn 1 Legion's Landing, turn 2 Saproling Migration, turn 3 swing in with everything, flip the Legion's Landing, and then play History of Benalia, or something like that, or Song of Freyalise and another Sapling Migration, something like that. It's just so powerful. But anyway, yeah. So leave it down in the comments below what you guys think of the deck. If you guys like it, and so this is for YouTube here. We'll like and subscribe, and I think I'm actually going to end the recording here for YouTube and play Pauper just on the stream. And so thank you guys so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much, and hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.